What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive, and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are continuing with Jen McKay's epic with Moon Knight issue number 20. But before we dive into the world of Moon Knight and everything related to the moon, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Also, I recently started the Patreon. By no means is this requirement, but for as little as $1, you will help me finance this channel. Basically help it evolve from a Pikachu into a Raichu. With your generous donation, you can get a shout out from me for all of my videos, and you're able to partake in exclusive polling. So yeah, the option is there if you are willing. Thus, without further ado, let's dive into a new phase of butt kicking with Moon Knight issue number 20. Our story starts off with gunshots, where we see someone named Junior Birdman, an old acquaintance of Moon Knight, getting riddled with bullets by two assassins who we saw at the end of the last issue. And apparently, according to these stone cold killers, Junior Birdman has to die tonight because the voice demands it. The ghost in the telephone demands it. And in the end, Junior Birdman doesn't matter. But Junior Birdman isn't the only one losing his life tonight, folks, because many others are as well. People like Jimmy Vasquez, Sheriff, Sigmund. Now, these people were part of a group called the Shadow Cabinet. Basically, they were informants and agents for Moon Knight in order to help him, fight crime. Therefore, Moon Knight, Tigra, and Hunter's Moon are traveling rooftop to rooftop to locate and save the remaining members of the Shadow Cabinet. Because it's apparent that who's ever pulling off these murders isn't messing around. Like, there is a job that needs to be done. Eventually, knowing that the killers are rolling it out, like when it comes to hitting their targets, Moon Knight tries a new strategy in order to intercept their next target. And from there, that's when we see our heroes seeing the two assassins making their way towards their next target. Now, Moon Knight has never seen these dudes before, and so before engaging them into combat, he wants to know all there is about them. And thus, Moon Knight makes a phone call to the supervillainous 8-Ball, who's basically the butt end of a joke character for the series. And so, while he's taking a bubble bath, 8-Ball gives Mark the scoop. For these dudes are called the Harley Quinn Hitmen. And according to 8-Ball, these guys are a joke, and they fight heroes like Speedball. And so while Moon Knight is using the shadows to combat these hitmen, the baddies keep repeating that their orders come from beyond the grave, that the ghost in the telephone is the one who sent them. For when the ghost calls, we are its weapons. But that's when Moon Knight, like a mofo, punches them in the face and tells them that the ghost in the telephone isn't safe from me. Afterwards, we pick up with Moon Knight and Dr. Sternum at the Midnight Mission, and here we see the Harley Quinn hitmen unconscious and tied up. Now, apparently, according to Mark, it seems just, by the way they were talking and carrying out their mission, it seems that these hitmen have been brainwashed. Now, Mark kept them alive because they hold information with regards to who hired them, but in order to retrieve the information, he needs Dr. Sternum's help. Now, Dr. Sternum isn't pleased about being involved, because, given the fact that helping Moon Knight's crime fighting wasn't part of the deal, but nonetheless, she admits that the hitmen probably weren't brainwashed via drugs, rather through intense sessions of therapy. And so because Moon Knight is wanting vengeance for the death of 5 of his people, he tells Dr. Sternum that he wants what's inside their minds. And so basically, the room is yours. Give me what I want. And that, folks, was the end of Moon Knight issue number 20. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly, truly means the world to me. So yeah, this issue was pretty dark. For starters, these new villains, the twins, who totally give off a combination of the Squid Game and Breaking Bad vibes, these dudes are literally killing everyone who's ever worked with Moon Knight. And so this issue is basically Moon Knight and those among the Midnight Mission having to save those who have yet to be taken out. Basically, Jen McKay is bringing back a moment of Moon Knight's past, that being the Shadow Cabinet, a network made up of agents and informants who helped aid Mark and his various personalities with protecting the streets. Now, there's a lot of mystery behind this as well. For starters, who hired the assassins, and what is the voice? Is it some long-forgotten foe of Moon Knight's past, or is it something that Mark will now have to contend with moving forward? The issue overall asks many questions rather than answering, but overall it's fun and it's an interesting story. It almost seems like Jen McKay is trying to clean up some of the forgotten moments of Moon Knight's publication, and it seems like he's trying to consolidate Moon Knight's history. That way, it's easier for new readers to, follow along. Because as I've said before, Moon Knight is not an easy character to just jump into. But yeah, great stuff, and this series by Jen McKay continues to be a fun, mind-bending time. Can't wait for more. Also, McKay is writing a new run for Avengers in May. So yes please. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer of words, SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 21? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.